Hey guys, Sailor here and welcome to another video. Today's BlizzCon weekend, which means that Blizzard announces, releases or showcases as their upcoming basically project that they're going to release. And as most of you guys know, I play World of Warcraft for like 18 years now, on and off. And yeah, they basically showed us the upcoming expansion that they're going to do. And yeah, I'm basically pretty curious about what you guys think. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. All right.
Producer, World of Warcraft, Holly Longdale.
Wow. What's up?
Yeah, it's indeed wow.
Oh, I'm so excited to see you all here. This is fantastic. Well, can you believe we've been playing World of Warcraft for almost 20 years?
Oh yeah, it's almost 20 years. 2004.
You know, 2004 was a while ago, right? You know, some of us, we waited in those lines for those midnight releases and got our discs. Yeah! And we raced home to install those WoW discs one by one.
Yeah, we had like 3 discs back then. 3 discs.
Nearly 2 decades, players all over the world have taken part in the stories of Jaina, Sylvanas, Arthas, and Thrall, and of course, so many others. And together, we've jumped through the portal into Outland. We sailed off into Northrend, and we watched Sargeras stab the world with that sword.
I mean, that's not wrong.
During that time, gaming has changed. And you have changed. And so have we, particularly in the past year. The entire team across both modern and classic have embraced their communities. We are truly listening to your voices and taking action. My friends at BlizzCon, now is the perfect time to prepare to close chapters, open new ones, and double down on why we all fell in love with World of Warcraft in the first place.
Ooh.
With that in mind, let's get to it. As many of you know, WoW Classic was born out of the community's passion.
I'm surprised it's still going.
And of course, most of you
I
know
thought
that
it was
still drives us
full
today.
nostalgia, but no, people are still playing it.
Inspired by our community, we released Classic Hardcore. So, in Hardcore, you only get one life. And if you die, you may laugh, you may cry, you may have to replace the keyboard, but you go again. We've loved watching you take on the challenge or die trying. And because the hardcore community has asked, the team is planning to add a new way to play hardcore early next year.
Oh.
And last month in Wrath Classic, we released the Fall of the Lich King patch. And while there's still more to come in Wrath, earlier this year, we looked at your feedback to think about where are we gonna go next.
Oh, please don't say Cataclysm.
A lot, and I mean a lot of your feedback on social media forums, and we sent out surveys to our players.
No.
And here at BlizzCon, we're happy to announce Cataclysm is coming. And it's coming with hashtag changes based on
Oh,
your
more life
feedback,
quality
what
changes?
you'd expect from
Quality of life?
So now, let's jump into the Wayback Machine and get a reminder of all things Cataclysm.
Cataclysm was one of the least played or least liked expansions of the game. Wait, did they remake a cinematic, or did I just basically forget about this whole cinematic? Oh, yeah, of course. We get the Worgans and the Goblins now. So when it hits, a lot of people are going to play one of those two races. I've never really enjoyed Firelands. Cataclysm. I did like Firelands though. I think Firelands was the raid that kinda saved it in my opinion.
So that its true lords may return.
Oh yeah, Valley of the Four... No, it's not Valley of the Four Winds. What's it called? The raid called? Up in the Sky? Oh yeah, that Battleground was also alright. I can't remember this whole cinematic. So, yeah, like I said, maybe they remade it, or it doesn't really look like a cinematic made in that time period. I don't know. It looks too good. So maybe I was wrong. I don't know.
Get ready, my friends, because I love the passion, by the way. Get ready, my friends, because the road to Deathwing's destruction is coming in the first half of next year.
First half. Most likely near the summer.
All right.
I think every expansion came near the summer.
Over the past 4 years of Classic,
Also, it will conflict too much with retail.
We've loved it. So much, in fact, that we thought we'd add some unique flavor with a seasonal note and a dash of discovery. Season of Discovery is vanilla wow with a spicy twist. You're going to discover new secrets as you scour the world and find class-altering abilities.
Wait, what?
Have you ever wondered what it might be like to be a tanking warlock?
I mean, we used to have that.
Or
If you use the
take on
Void Walker.
role of a mage healer? In Season of Discovery, you can.
I mean, we also had a tankic shaman, so, you know, it was already a thing, but not really the way you should have played the game.
With the brand new level 25 endgame. You'll discover a brand new 10-player Black Fathom Deeps raid with new and reimagined bosses, mechanics, and of course, rewards. Then, after a couple of months, we'll raise the level cap a bit. You'll find even more endgame content, and so it will go. If you're
that's
here at
cool.
BlizzCon, you can play the Black Fathom Deeps raid in the Warcraft Hall.
So they're kind of going with that whole Facebook ad.
If you love Classic or just a
Basically, that you don't really have a class, you can pick spells and stuff from everyone.
For all of you watching online, don't worry. You won't have to wait long to play. Because we want you to discover all of the secrets together, there will be no public testing. WoW Classic Season of Discovery launches in a few short weeks on November 30th.
No public testing. That will be a shit show.
For more information on the Season of Discovery and Cataclysm, don't miss the Classic panel this afternoon. All right, now it's time to talk to my Dragon Riders in Modern WoW. Our team remains committed to giving you meaningful game updates about every 8 weeks with more content sprinkled in between. We really want Azeroth to feel alive and the home you want to come back to no matter how you play. Our next major update, Guardians of the Dream, is going live in just 5 days.
I was about to say, that's next week.
I want to give a shout out to my elves. It is finally our time. 1 week later, Season 3 will start with the last raid of the expansion, Amirdrasil, the Dream's Hope. There we will have our final showdown with Farak and defend our new world tree. But fear not, that's not the end of our time in the Dragon Isles. There's a lot more to come in Dragonflight that will serve as both the epilogue of this story and the bridge to our next one. Like I said earlier, we are evolving.
But if this is the last patch and we still have like till next year, how are they going to fill that up?
It's time for a new adventure. One that has grown from the very seeds of what captured our hearts when we first set foot in Azeroth. For veteran players, the last 20 years have led us to this. And for those who have yet to join us, now is the time. And who better to talk about the first step in this journey?
Are they going to bring him in? They better bring him in.
Than someone who carved the path in the
Oh,
first place.
yes.
Everyone, please welcome my friend and the executive creative director of the Warcraft universe, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, they announced his return like a few months ago, or maybe a few weeks ago. So of course he had to be there. Why else would you announce it right before upcoming content or expansion? Oh, the chills. The chills.
What up, BlizzCon? Holy smokes! Horde, where you at? Alliance! BlizzCon as one! Holy smokes, thank you. Thank you. It is, thank you guys. It has been a long, strange trip to get back to this spot. I tell you that.
Oh yeah. We're not going to talk about that.
It's been interesting this past year, being back under the hood of World
Wait,
War
1 year?
It has reminded me
Usually
of
they...
two things. One,
Usually they plan expansions 1-2 years ahead, so... Yeah.
Number two,
It's fine.
but I really missed this work. And number three, on the real, it feels amazing to be back and part of this Blizzard family again.
I mean, he is Blizzard basically, or at least this section of Blizzard.
Next year is the 20th anniversary of World
Damn, 20 years.
Whatever. How many of y'all have been playing from the beginning?
No.
I love you, Prison. So given that... What was that? Doesn't matter. We started thinking. So
I wonder, does he have a script or is he now just improvising?
What expansion
I mean, he could do both, so.
what single storyline could possibly match such a historic occasion? We started thinking about, well, I did, the good old days, right?
You guys might hear some drilling in the background, because clearly now the neighbors are doing whatever.
About even some of the newer ideas that have played out more recently, but still in a way feel a little unresolved. And in the mix of all that stuff, in the mix of all those ideas, particular things like, what the hell has Magni actually been babbling about all these years? Was the thing that he came to warn us about in Battle for Azeroth, did it actually play out? Or is there potentially something more still looming?
Is he hinting, or is he just speculating?
Will there eventually be an apocalyptic confrontation between the forces of the light and the
Ooh.
Talk to me, BlizzCon. I'll tell you what, for nothing, my pally Maine, I'm all in on that kind of thing. If it happens, it's gonna happen.
Oh. Oh.
And really the big question for all the marbles.
Ooh, the Titans. Wait, more Titans.
What have the Titans actually been doing since the dawn of civilization?
But if we're going to do Titans again, do we see Illidan again?
Cute little installations slammed into the side of the planet. Do we know everything we need to know about their real intentions for our world? Just saying.
Okay, so we had Light and Void. We have Titans, we have Old Gods, since we still have a fifth one.
68. A bunch more. All cooking in the pot.
Isn't that a little bit too much?
Started to reveal a storyline. Something epic. How epic? Real epic. A storyline that in almost every way feels like the culmination of the first 20 years of our storytelling.
Whoa. What?
A storyline provided we do our jobs, we do the thing that will vector us into the next 20 years of adventure.
How are you planning the next 20 years?
BlizzCon.
That means the next 10 expansions. If you count 2 years per expansion, then. Yeah.
We call this storyline the World Soul Saga.
Oh, what? Are they pulling a Marvel here?
The World Soul Saga is so epic, as we covered. It cannot be contained within any single expansion. It is built to play out over multiple expansions over the next few years. Come on now. Having said that, we are working on multiple ways to deliver this adventure to you a little faster than you're used to.
So it's not every 2 years?
We're not going to get into it at this BlizzCon, forgive me. But keep your ears peeled. I assure you, we are moving with purpose. And the last thing we really want is for y'all to have your grandkids controlling your mouse and your keyboard trying to wrap this thing up.
Okay, so they're not going to do it every 2 years? What is the plan?
Also, given the scale of this monster, we have decided to change it up today.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Come on.
Instead of just debuting your next expansion all on its lonesome. We have decided to give you a glimpse at your next 3 expansions.
Oh. Okay, so we do have an Old God expansion. We do have a Titan expansion.
Your approval, BlizzCon.
Technically, right?
My friends, I'm going to warn you, there may be mild spoilers ahead. Actually, I'm just kidding. They ain't mild. Buckle up. Are you ready, BlizzCon?
Oh, hell yeah.
The first part of the World Soul Saga and your 10th expansion is called World of Warcraft, The War Within.
Ooh. Ooh. Nice title.
In this chapter,
I like the whole logo, by the way, as well.
Descending into the heart of Azeroth itself, exploring new subterranean kingdoms, and engaging with
within
cultures like the Earthen and the terrifying Nerubians of Arshkahet.
Are we going to use the sword, by the way, to get down?
But as the force
Nerubian, Silithus, down below. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
You, yeah, that's you, will be called to do what you always do, which is
Save the world.
dispense indiscriminate justice upon all those who got it coming. Talk to me, BlizzCon. The second part of the World Soul Saga is called World of Warcraft Midnight. In this chapter, you will be returning, ready, to the old world,
Old God?
to the fabled lands of Quel'Thalas.
Oh, Blood Elves. Ooh.
There, the forces of the Void have invaded Azeroth, intent on snuffing out the light of the Sunwell and plunging the world.
Old God, Sunwell. I mean, I'm not going to speculate, right? I
Not
mean,
only help reunify the scattered elven tribes of Azeroth, but you will make your stand with the forces of the light and banish
my poor Blood Elves are getting destroyed again.
Of course, BlizzCon, it is Azeroth. Things may not go to plan.
Oh shit.
Things may just spiral wildly out of control, leading us to the third part of the World Soul Saga. World of Warcraft, the Last Titan.
Ooh. Okay, so that's the Titan expansion.
In this chapter, you will again be returning to the old world, this time to the wintry lands of Northrend.
Okay. Ulduar?
And there, at Ulduar, you
I was about
will
to
bear
say.
witness to the return of the Titans to Azeroth. And there, you will uncover a vast conspiracy, one that stretches throughout the history of the world, one that will challenge everything you think you know about the Titans, their intentions, and the true nature of Azeroth itself. In time, my friend, in time.
Are we going to fight the undeads again?
Silithus. There you go. BlizzCon, my hope, our dear hope, is that you can see when it comes to WoW storytelling, we ain't screwing around.
Well, that's debatable. We've seen some stories happening back and forth and retconning and whatnot, so...
We are working to establish a thundering heartbeat for this franchise.
Thundering?
Now. Now, BlizzCon. Hearken to me. Always wanted to say that. Thank you. Whether you are a current player, and I'm gonna bet that most of you are, or maybe you jumped off the WoW train a few expansions ago, now is the time to come home. Now is the time.
I mean, we basically are almost at the point where you get the catch-up gear, right? So
your favorite glowy staff and get in this fight. Friends, Azeroth needs her defenders now more than ever. Now, in a few moments,
are we going to see something?
give you a deeper look at the war within.
Ooh.
But before we do that, I want to leave you with a little something to chew on. I want to remind you all that sometimes very epic things can begin with small, heartfelt moments. What you're about to see is one of those moments. And with that, BlizzCon. Proud defenders of Azeroth!
Okay.
Let the World Soul Saga begin!
Are we going to see a trailer? Or cinematic or whatever? Ooh. And the wind looks different. Is that Azeroth herself asking for help? Jaina? Oh.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away.
I mean,
Time by itself heals nothing.
oof.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately.
I wonder where he's sitting. I mean, it's the desert, so it could be anywhere.
Someone is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream.
Ooh, that sound. Okay, so I would expect this is Silithus?
The world needs your light again. My son.
Oh.
I'm not that person anymore.
Ooh.
I have no light. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
I mean, yeah. But it wasn't... He didn't do it himself, so...
You are not your past, Anduin.
I like that pose though. It was the same pose he did when he was basically trapped. Oh, this sound, the music. Chills.
Hear me.
Is it? Except Azeroth, who could it be? I mean, if this is Silithus, it's most likely be Azeroth herself, because the sword is somewhere here.
Whatever's coming, I'll stand with you.
Right? That's how it works.
But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword was aimed at someone.
Jesus. I knew it was big because of course we flew literally past it all the time. Oh, cool logo. So it's literally world cracking. Coming 2024. I mean, we knew that. We knew that.
I guess we're not ignoring that sword anymore. I do have to say though, every time I see that cinematic, and I've seen it many times, it gets me right in my heart. It feels like a new beginning, and it feels like coming home. And we are so excited about where we are going. And now that you've seen or heard the overview for the World So Saga, let's talk about the war within. As we all gather and explore beneath the surface, we'll find an ancient Nerubian civilization. They will be led by someone we were first introduced to in Legion, Xal'atath, a harbinger of the Void.
Yeah.
The Void brings destruction and darkness that threatens all light in our world.
Wait, when was the last time we saw
Last time
her?
we saw Xal'atath, she promised we would meet again. And it turns
Was that
out
BFA in the mini raid? The
Well,
2-bot mini raid?
Thrall and others share the same visions emanating from the heart of the world.
Unless I miss something.
Quite different.
Oh, are we going to see her side of the story? That's cool.
My
Ooh,
visions
Ilaria.
are not the same as the others.
I mean, Ilaria's partly void.
No radiance, no song. Just the shadow taunting me
Ooh.
from below.
Wait, was that disc that we saw? Wasn't that the same disc that Eridicron was using, wearing, holding at the end? Ooh, Hollow Fall. Dive into Delphs? Forge a Warband. Hero Talents. Oh, that's basically the mix and matching Earth and Allied. Oh no, another dwarf allied race, or dwarf in general. Ooh.
The fate of our world rests upon the edge of a knife. And our battle lies deep within.
Ooh. Xal'atath looks so much much more dangerous now than she was back in BFA.
In the war within, alongside beautiful, unique underground zones, we will have challenging dungeons and raids and some new features too that are built to last. If you like exploring on your own with a couple of friends or family, we have delves. These are a variety of bite-sized experiences for 1 to 5 players that will offer endgame rewards. You may also find in your delve a familiar character who'd be willing to fight alongside you. And if you're like me and you have an obsession with alts, we have war bands.
Ooh.
With this feature, you could treat all of your characters like family and share banks, reputations, transmog.
Oh, that's cool. So much more alt-friendly.
We're also introducing a new layer of customization for your class specs with hero talents. You might want to take your character down the path of a Dark Ranger, let's say, or a Farseer, and more.
Okay.
Also, during your travels underground, you will meet the Earthen Dwarves, and you'll be able to unlock them as our new allied race.
More dwarves? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, who doesn't love a dwarf?
I mean, nothing wrong with the dwarf, but no, this is the third dwarf now?
There's so much more to talk about, so please join the What Next panel.
We have the normal dwarf, we have the
right here.
dark iron dwarves, we now have these.
Is that the call to get into the fight to save our world will ring out when The War Within releases next year.
Do they know when? Oh, fall, okay. So, November basically is the last one. Last
we are so
moment.
excited to begin this new journey with you. And from our hearts
So maybe it's October.
to yours,
September, October, yes, usually.
thank you for bringing our world to life.
Oh, guys.